بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اليوم بإذن الله in this class we'll start covering tutorial for unit 4. If we need more time we might use also the tutorial class to finish off what we have left. Maybe we start unit 5 later ولكن we will see. طيب بفكر in this class we write the code together and try to test it together, so يعني we can write the code and write the test bench to check also if we get an error how to handle them. طيب أول سؤال في tutorial 4 I still have not posted this on LMS. I'll post it after the class. بالنسبة للsolution it's not written already, so whatever we do today I'll just copy that and paste it in a new document for you to check later. طيب السؤال الأول write another Verilog HDL module similar to the two codes given in class that models the 1-bit write shifter are described below. Circuit shifts 4-bit input. I think this is the same example exactly. Shifts 4-bit input W, 1-bit position to the right. When the input control shift is 1, output vector كذا. There is also an output signal K which will catch the extra bit. Yeah, this is the same code in the class. I'm not sure how we write it in another way. لأنه في الكلاس كان مكتوب بطريقتين أتذكر. Let's check. السكرين عندكم sharing everything right؟
ايه
ايه
Okay. شيفتر كان لا. طيب we have two ways that we did it. كيف نكتبها بطريقة ثانية؟ نجرب maybe case statement.
الكونديشنال ستاند الظاهر ذاك اليوم ضبطت معي.
الconditional is not a behavioral
ما تصير.
it's not a behavior. تصير بس it's not behavioral.
اوكي.
we want to write it. I think did it ask for it didn't, ولكن unit 4 عن behavioral ف we should write something behavioral. Anyway, let's write it and um, let's see, maybe we'll write the same code ولكن we'll check how to write the test. طيب module shifter we have W shift. If you see something that I did wrong let me know right away so you spend less time debugging. W and K. طيب we have input, this is W. We have another input K عندنا two outputs which is K is not an input. شايف ما حد مصحصح. shift output reg, this is gonna be Y and we have another output reg اللي هو K. Okay. طيب always at my input is W and shift again end. So if shift is equal to 1, do we write it this way? So make sure. We don't need the equal sign. Then shift is a 1-bit. ولكن let's do it this way. So if shift equal to 1, I will be shifting W to the right. So Y will take W shift right by 1. And then the value of K should take W of 0. Okay. Else, if shift equal to 0, I need Y to equal to W and K equal to 0. So this is our module. طبعا هذا المطلوب من السؤال فقط. تمام. ولكن let's make a test case. And module. Um, so in a test bench, I usually declare everything as regs, just to make it easy. So reg نحتاج we need to declare the shifter. Let's call it UUT shift. طبعا كلمة UUT means unit under test. يعني هذه زي ما تقول conventional in writing Verilog codes. UUT means unit under test. So shifter UUT, we will pass, it's going to be the same. We pass W shift Y and K. اللي عنده أسئلة وسط هذا يكتب. يعني أنا I'm not writing from a solution, I'm just writing from my head, so I might make mistakes. Initial, begin, end. طيب. Let's make a couple of test cases. Display, let's call this test one. Let W equal to, for example, 1001, and I want to shift this W. فبالتالي ال expected result هنا مفترض انه result equal to, if I shift this by 1 فبالتالي I should have y equal to 0 1 0 0 okay equal to 1. Okay, so shifting right, we're going to shift right this value by 1, which will give us 0 1 0 0, and I need to catch this last bit in k. تمام. Now we can display these values. Let's display everything we have. We will display the value of W. W will equal to كذا. I have 4 values. Okay, and then I will print W, then shift, then Y and K. طيب, so this is W, this is shift, هذه Y وهذه K. تمام, 2 inputs and 2 outputs. Let's make another 2 more cases. I need to add for the display, I need to add a delay for the output to compute. طيب, هذا test 1, هذا test 2, and this is test 3. change up مثلا هذه equal to 1100, بالتالي result should be shifting 1100 right by 1. This should give us 0110, and K should equal to 0. And in this case, let's make shift equal to 0. Let the value be all ones. So Y should not shift, so Y should equal to W, and then K equal to 0. Okay, let's try to run it. اوكي, طبعا لازم في مشكلة. undeclared identifier shift, وين هذه؟ SV12 اوكي. طيب let's compare these with the value that we wrote. فأول test كان عندي W0100 and K equal to 1. That's correct. Second case 0110 and K equal to 0. And then last case 1111 and K equal to 0. بالتالي our code is behaving correctly. طيب طبعا as you know from programming when you keep copying and pasting stuff usually there is a better way to do it. فمثلا هنا I had to copy paste this value أو مثلا display statement. ف let's add to the question that let's use a task. يعني take an example of how to use tasks. Let's create a task called display which will display the value for us. I can in display and in task I think yeah. طيب and task display we'll make the delay of 1 unit and then we will display we take this statement and just plug it in here. طبعا I will use a task because in this case I cannot use a function. قلنا الfunction has to return a value which is the name of the function. A task does not have a return. It will not return something to you. It can have يعني its own input and output. بالاضافه الى انها it can handle time units مثلا هذه delay by 1 and you can write some Verilog special statements like the display you can use it in a task ولكن في الفانكشن لا you cannot use that. فهذه واحده من الفروقات بين الديسبلاي وال سوري بين التاسك والفانكشن. تمام فهنا I can remove these instead of rewriting display over and over again. I should just call the task as this if I'm not mistaken. So display. Let's see if it's gonna give us the same result. Yeah, so it's gonna work the same way. So instead of repeating this line over and over again, I make it in a task and I'll just call the task anywhere in my test أو in my code. طيب هذا بالنسبة لي السؤال الأول. Any questions?
دكتور
مم.
هل نقدر نسوي التاسك اللي قبل شوي نحط فيها مثلا الانبوتس والاوتبوتس ونسوي يعني بدال الكتاب اللي كتبناه هذه فوق 3 مرات نصير نكول التاسك هذه.
طيب when you call a task whatever inside is gonna be applied. تمام ف ماني يعني ايش تبغى تحدد هنا inputs and output. طبعا التاسك when you have input and output احنا ما عندنا هنا input and output. We're just changing the value and we're printing. التاسك اذا حتستخدمها داخل الموديول هنا تمام usually it will have inputs and outputs. One of the questions in the اعتقد اخر واحد ايه we will write an 8 to 1 multiplexer using only 2 to 1 multiplexers. اتوقع هذا نفس السؤال في اللي جاء في الاختبار. We will do the same ولكن using functions and using tasks. So we will see how to write a task using input and output. هذه بس انا كتبتها اضافيه. يعني what I usually use يعني في الديسبلاي when I code I usually have this task around. يعني when I want to print something I usually have this display task. طيب let's write a code for let's check the next question. طيب it's desired to design a code converter that takes as input 4-bit of hexadecimal number and outputs the corresponding value of a 7-segment display A B C D. الله مشوار. Code converter provide the complete truth table for this design assuming that input values okay input values ranges from 10 to 15. So we only need to do 6 lines in our truth table instead of 16. طيب using answer one write a very HCA module implements the hex converter using procedural statements only, using if else and using by case statements. That's fine. طيب let's do I need to save it? Let's call it shifter test. هذا النيو ون. طيب الاسم ما يهم. طيب هذا اللي هو code converter. So let's call it code converter and we can write our design here. طيب let's start by module نسميه converter. We have one input W which is a 4-bit number وعندي I have to name these يعني كل حبة لحالها A B C D E F G. اوكي اي اوكي صحيح. طيب input W and then I have output reg اللي هي A B C D F G E F G. تمام should be 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. اوكي طيب اول شيء خلينا نسوي truth table لانه we need to look at this to figure out the number. طيب انا عندي W W3 W2 W1 W0 عندي الاوتبوت A B C D E F G. Okay, I only have how many? 6 cases. So first case is 1 0 1 0. 1 0 1 0 is A, so A everything will gonna be light up except D. Is it active low or active high? Did not mention. So let's assume this is an active high. So if A is equal to 1, A will light up. So everything is on except D to write the letter A. تمام هذه واضحة يا شباب ولا تحتاج توضيح؟ يعني A should be
واضح يا دكتور.
this value. تمام ف D is off. بما انه D is off that means this is 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 which is 11. This is B. So for B طيب for B we clear that. B will be this way. So A and B are off. دقيقة. ايش بيجيب لي الميتنج كنترول في نقفله. اوكي طيب for B A and B are off بالتالي this is 0 0 and 1 1 1 1 for everything else. C we will turn off B, G and C. B, G and C. So it's gonna be this way. بعد كده عندي 1 1 0 1 اللي هي 13 which is D. طيب D, we'll turn off A and F. يبقى ال E will turn on B, turn off B and C. Turn off B and C. Everything is on. يبقى آخر شيء اللي هي ال F. We will turn off B, C and D. B, C and D. Okay. Okay, so this is the truth table. Let's have it here as a comment so we can write the code right away. طيب, I have only one input and 7 outputs, so let's start with always at my input, which is W. Okay, begin end. If else statement, so we'll start with if else statement. So if our W is equal to 10. طبعا this 10 is in decimal. تقدر تكتبها 10 او تقدر تكتب 4 hex A. That's gonna be the same. So let's do it this way. If W is equal to A, I think I can write A, B, C, D, E, F, G will equal to 7-bit of this value. So we can just copy and paste from the table. والأسهل إني ألغيها من الآن. تمام. طيب. بعد كده طبعا we don't need begin end لأنه it's only one line. So when else if W is equal to 4-bit of hex value B, take this line, copy paste, copy paste, and then we need 4 more. So 1 2 3 4 B C D E 1 2 3. Okay, so this is C D E and F. تمام. Let's take the values. This is for C. This is for D. E and F. Okay. طيب. طيب هذا بالنسبة لي converter if else. تمام. Let's do the same. ولكن part B of the question is converter case. So we have the same declaration, input and output. Let's call this case. Instead of using if else if, I can use case. How to make this easy for us? ما ابغى ارجع اكتب هذه الستيتمنتس. So let's take off the if else if. طيب, so instead of the if statement we're going to use case. So we will start by case depending on W, and then this is end case, and here طبعا هذه الassignment. I need to add lines for the alternatives. So case I forgot how to write it. I think we can do it this way. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We can also add a default case. طبعا الانبوت will range from 0 to 15. بالتالي we should add a default. Let's make it all zeros. حتى في if else we should add an else at the end. We will do it now. So 6 7. This is the default. Let's go back here. Let's add an else. So else, make this value all zeros. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah. طبعا we cannot test it on an actual 7 segment. So if we make a test case we will just get this value. لكن let's test it. Let's check if everything is correct.
سواء نفس المثال يا دكتور في اللاب.
7 segment.
إيه.
Okay. I just want to make sure and the syntax is correct. Let's do it. يعني just السريع. Dual test. I have two values here. This is reg and this is another reg. I need to declare. We will try the if else first. This is if else. We'll call it UUT. بعد كده نحدد ال value of W. Let W equal مثلا 11. Okay, so we should get this at the output. And then I will display كده على طول. أكيد حيطلع في مشاكل. إيش هذا؟ ليش شغل التست بنش تست فيه؟ أوكي. استنى باقي.
يمكن لازم تحفظ
يمكن ما أدري. خلاص نستخدم نفس الفايل. طيب في error somewhere. Where is it? Error at test bench design unit converter first initiated in all test not found in search library. هذه احفظها. طب هذه محفوظة already. بس ليش عليها X؟ ليش هذه ما عليها X؟ يا عمي ما في أفكر كثير صراحة. اوكي اعطاني all x's ليش؟ oh need to put 1 unit time delay so it computes the output. طيب اعطانا b which is 11. That's correct. If we change this to 13 مثلا, we run, we should get 0111101. Okay, so our if else is working fine. تعال للcase. I need to declare هذه سميناها underscore case. Let's run it. Yep, also working. نجرب بس ايش الديفولت اللي هي مثلا equal to 5. This should give us all 0. Okay, so there are many ways to do this. يعني أنا حطيت هنا values in decimal. You can write it as 4-bit 1010 or 4-bit 4-tick HA. يعني you can do it the way you like it. طيب هذه بالنسبة لي الكود converter. We are done with this question. باقي عندنا to write the multiplexer 8 to 1 using functions and function and task. Right, called max 8 to 1 to implement 8 to 1 using task called max 2 to 1 that represent 2 to 1 max. Repeat step B for function construct. أول شيء draw the circuit that correspond to your design. Okay. طيب بالنسبة للسيركت I'll draw it once and then we should just memorize the wire names. Let's do it here. طيب I need to build 8 to 1 using 2 to 1s فحيكون عندي 2 to 1 2 to 1 2 to 1 and 2 to 1. An 8 to 1 multiplexer will have 3 signals S2, S1, S0. This is the select signals. So the output of these will go into أتوقع هذه نفسها اللي في الإكزام ولا؟ Was it this way؟
إيه
هذه
اي
حتكون
كذا
من
كان.
I0 إلى I7. Let's call these M0, M1, M2, M3, and this is M4, M5. Okay, and this is, let's call it Y مثلا. So these will take in S0, these will take S1, and this will take S2. So this is part A of the tutorial, which was asking about to draw the circuit that correspond to the design. Okay, this is how it looks like. طيب حنبني task to make a 2 to 1 multiplexer and then we will declare all the remaining values. For inputs أول شيء بالنسبة للموديول كامل I have I as 8 bit, I have M as 6. I'll make one wire or one rig for M from M5 to M0 and then one output rig as Y. Also I have these as input. طيب. Let's write it down. This is max 8 to 1. Okay. This is module max 8 to 1, which takes in I as the input, S as a select, and will give us one output Y. هذا for the big module أو ال 8 to 1 كامل. I have 8-bit input 8-bit input I. في الماكس it's يعني easier to declaring from 0 to 7 لأنه الترتيب يعني I will choose I0 to I7 لأنه ما في most significant و least significant. هذه عبارة عن just input ولكن نبغى نرتبها يعني كترتيب بدل ما انه ارتبها من 7 ل 0. هذا اذا كان بستخدمه as a number، ولكن if it's just data it's easier to do it from the 0 to 1 0 to whatever يعني the maximum number that you want. So this is 8-bit of I have 3-bit of S. هذه حنستخدمها as يعني هنا الترتيب matters يعني في most significant و least significant. ف let's make this S 2 to 0 and then I have an output rig اللي هو Y. This is only 1 bit and I need another rig for الوايرز اللي هي how many we have 6. ف this is 5 to 0 أو برضو هذه مرتبة خليها 0 to 5 M. طيب always at my input are I and S begin end. قبلها we need to make a 2 to 1 max. ف task max 2 to 1 do I need to define the inputs here? Actually, I don't remember. Let's go back to task. Task. I don't need to. So I can write max 2 to 1. This max will have 2 inputs اللي هي. Let's change the name. So this is the data in. I have 1-bit select. Let's call it S. And I have one output. Does it have to be a rig? No, just output. So this is output output F مثلا. Okay. الآن داخل التاسك I can just assign F is equal to can I write F is equal to S and then D of 1 D of 0. Let's use this statement and we can check if it's correct or not. And then I have أتوقع ما أحتاج begin end إذا ما عندي one statement. Let's test it later. So عندي هذه end task. Okay, so this is a 2 to 1 multiplexer. الآن in my module I need to call this task and pass the right values. ف how many we need؟ كان عندنا 4 وقدامهم 2 وآخر واحد يعني we need 7 instances of task. ف I should write the name of the task max 2 to 1. طبعا since the task does not return a value I do not have to write anything here as مثلا y equal أو anything equal. I just يعني write the instance of the max. ف this is max 2 to 1 and I will pass the value as I see them here. عندي 2 bit of D بعدين الselect بعدين الF. فحنبدأ بأول 4 اللي هي اللي كانت على اليسار اللي رسمناها على اليسار. ف this is max 2 to 1. I will pass I from 0 to 1. الآن I 0 to 1 will connect to D 0 to 1. بعدين عندي select line I will take S of 0 and I want the output of this operation as M of 0 اللي هو the first wire. I'm assuming انكم فاكرين الرسمه اللي رسمناها. تمام. ف I need 4 of those الاربعه ال4 maxes on the left side. طبعا حنغير هذه 0 to 1. This will take 2 to 3. this will take 4 to 5, and this will take 6 to 7. All will be selected using S0. بالنسبة للأوتبوت واير that's gonna be 1 2 and 3. اوكي هذه الثلاثة اللي على اليسار. يبقى عندنا الاثنين اللي في النص. الآن this will take M from 0 to 1 and this will take M from 2 to 3. إذا تحتاج أرسم رسمة ثانية ممكن يعني. If you are not following. This will be selected using S1 generating M4 and M5. آخر شيء عندي last multiplexer that will take M5 to 6 and will be choosing using S of 2. بعد كده this will generate my output اللي هو Y.
يا دكتور
هلا.
مو بالام من 4 to 5
M4 to 5
اخر وحده.
هذه
ايه
اي صح M4 to 5 M4 to 5. تمام. ف this is how you use the multiplexer. ماني متأكد من السنتكس تبع التاسك ف let's test it يعني very quickly. everything of type rig. هذه internal signal I don't need it. هذه اللي هي max 8 to 1. okay max 8 to 1 and we will pass I S and Y S and Y. طيب let I be مثلا any value هي 8 bit ف let's write it مثلا 1001001 واحد 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. تمام. هذه I. بالنسبة ل S let's choose let's take مثلا second bit. تمام اللي هو 1. تمام. so S equal to 001. I want to display the value of percentage. خلاص نكتب الاوتبوت خلاص يعني حيبان الاوتبوت اللي هو y. this is 1 bit for y. okay so this one should show us this bit if we did it correctly. هذا اصلا if it's gonna compile. okay at line 10 input. شو المشكلة؟
دكتور الاس كابيتال هناك سمول اتوقع.
هذه
ايه
وين سمول؟ هذه قصدك؟
ولا ما له دخل؟
لا هذه المفروض داخل التاسك ما لها دخل. داخل التاسك ما لها دخل. unexpected token at input. استنى يمكن التاسك ما ينكتب لا w result begin. احتاج begin end. ما ادري يمكن قواس ما في. طيب اعطاني زيرو معناته في شيء غلط. bit 1 should be this one right here. صحيح. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and I'm choosing this one. لا اوكي لانها مرتبه من هنا لهنا صح. so this is bit 1 رتبناه I 0 to 7 فمعناته bit 1 is here. فمثلا if I want to take this one هذا حيصير 0 1 2 3. ف if I choose 3 I should get 1 at the output. I get 1 at the output. إذا تبي تغير التاسك بدل ما كتبناها assign statement we can write let's do an if else مثلا. So if is that means if is equal to d of 1 and then else f is equal to d of 0. Okay, let's try this one.
دكتور البيجن مو بعد الاف
البيجن بعد الاف ما يحتاج بيجن بعد الاف
ولا ما
لأنه
يفرق؟
it's only one line.
اوكي
لا هذه البيجن والاند عشان تكتب عشان تكتب التاسك كامل.
ايه اوكي
دام procedure statement I'll use begin end. تمام. اذا one statement عشان كده اول في الاساينمنت اللي سويناه بالconditional statement ما استخدمناها. طيب I'll try to do the function يعني fast. So in next class we don't need to waste time on it. طيب بالنسبة للفانكشن I will write بدل task حيكون عندي function تمام اسمه max2 to 1. Here I need to pass the values اللي هي عندي d s ولا اتوقع ما تحتاج الفانكشن نفس الطريقة. writing الفانكشن is the same. اي برضو ما حيكون في argument فهنا ححدد الانبوتس. الفرق انه ما حيكون عندنا output في الفانكشن. I will only have these two inputs. تمام. بعد كده وانا assign اكتب max2 to 1 اي حستخدم نفس الاسم هذا as an output. So this is a 1-bit output. I'll use max2 to 1 max2 to 1. تمام. الفرق انه هنا instead of having the output as an argument I will have it as an assignment. Okay, so this is m of 1 equal to m of 2 equal to m of 3 equal كذا. This is m of 4 and this is m of 5. Okay, طبعا I need to remove all these. تمام. لانه اسم الفانكشن نفسه حيكون output. طبعا هذه should change to end function. اوكي باقي عندي اخر واحده اللي هي y is equal to real quick. Yep, this should give us 0 just to check the other statement and this is 0. Okay, so that's how you do it in a function instead of a task. طيب خلاص كده خلصنا اتوقع tutorial 4. yeah, this is complete. ف يعني unit 4 بصفة عامة حيكون writing codes يعني similar to this using behavioral modeling. يعني basically it's all about coding. Okay. طيب في أي سؤال؟
في سؤال بالنسبة هل هو مثل المتصفح بس اللي قاعد تسويه بس اللي جهة اليسار ماني فاهمة يعني ليه ما نسوي ناخذ ليه ما ناخذ الصفحة اليمين ونسوي لها تست رن الحين ايش يفرق اليمين على اليسار؟
الصفحة اليمين هذه الصفحة اليمين هذه فقط الموديول. تمام. This one will create how are you going to test this one؟ كيف حتسوي لها تيست؟ كيف حتدخل الانبوت والاوتبوت؟
اوكي هو احنا بنسويها زي البلوكات وبعدين نجيب الانبوت والاوتبوت من اليوزر يعني مثلا.
اوكي. هذا اللي على اليسار اسمه تيست بنش. المفروض انكم حتدرسوه يعني دراسه. المفروض تتعلموا كيف تكتبوا التيست بنش. تيست بنش
إيه.
هنا اقدر يعني ادخل الفاليوز من الكود بدل ما اني ابني يعني احولها لبلوك دياجرام وكذا. ما احتاج بلوك دياجرام، لا اي جاست يوز. هنا كانك تنادي الفانكشن، كاني ناديت الموديول هذا هنا.
نستدعي
تمام.
المديول.
تستدعي الموديول وبعد كده تدخل الفاليوز اللي تبغاها، تدخل الانبوت. تمام. and then you can display the output using الدولار display command. تمام. ويعطيك هنا الاوتبوت. اقدر في نفس يعني في نفس هذه I can open الويف. اذا بتستخدموا انتم الويف
ايه
I can also have it in here. اذا سويت open wave، ولكن هنا احتاج اضيف صراحة ماني فاكر الستيتمنت. I need to do dump vars and I need to dump. ان شاء الله اني فاكره صح. مثلا x.var. والله ما اتذكر الكوماند. this should give me الويف function. اوكي طيب. هنا يعطيك if you do يعني if you add these two lines يعطيك هذه اللي هي waves. so if you change the value تمام you can see it as a waveform. طبعا انا بس حطيت value واحده ف it's gonna be constant. تمام. you
اوكي
can change the signal to binary to hex whatever. هذا اتوقع شفتوها بس بتستخدموا هذا الويف صح؟
اي
somewhere or another.
لما نسوي السيميليشن.
so simulator يطلع لك open. بس في التست بنش او يعني maybe only in EDA you need to do يعني to add these two lines if you want to see the signals. otherwise انا عن نفسي استخدم الديسبلاي just يعني to quickly check the value. اوكي.
اي واضح.
ما اقدر احطها جوا الموديول.